Aloha mai kako. I'm Sam Ohukani Ohi Agan, and I'm the kumu oli for Halau Mele. Halau Mele was established by Kumu John Keola Makahiki Lake, and he trained us in oli and protocol. In 2003, I underwent uniki as a kahuna kakalaleo, and after that, the kuleana of conducting ceremonies of various kind fell to us. So this is one of those situations here at the Makahiki at Waimanalo. Before the games can begin, the entrance of lono, the placement of lono at the lele, and the offering of the ho'okupu at the lele of lono are conducted.
Aloha, my name is Kahana. I'm going to help hold lono today for start off our Makahiki. Originally from Waimanalo. I moved to Maui back in '89. Now I live in Waihu. I just blessed that I get to be part of this perpetuation that we do for our culture, for our keikis, for our kupunas, for the future and past and present.
O Honolulu Makikua, a pai ki pula o Waimanalo, ahui pu me nā uimi o aloha aloha
Hello, my name's Colonel Brian Anacarrico. I'm the commanding officer for Marine Corps Base Hawaii. And as part of my responsibilities, the training area here at Bellows, I manage the training area for the Marine Corps. And we're here at Makahiki because it's such a great cultural event. It does take place here on Bellows, and we're trying to show our support for Waimanalo and for the Hawaiian culture in general. So.
My name is Craig Gorsuch. I am the Environmental Program Manager at Bellows Air Force Station. I started working at Bellows 4 years ago, and I would talk with Kule Laughlin at the Civic Club. I talked with Ryan Kalama, who I miss a lot, and other people in the community, and everyone expressed interest in a Makahiki. And I asked, when's the last time you had a Makahiki? But it was no one's memory. No one could remember when the last Makahiki was. And there was a lot of initial hesitation because I work with the Air Force, and Waimanalo is a very wonderful traditional Hawaiian community, and there's been some tension between the military and the local community. And I always thought there's so much common ground, and one way to heal any tension is to become transparent, share all the information I can, and do community outreach and get involved in the community, which I love. So I just started doing this thing. I explained my community relationships and how I wanted to offer my help to have a cultural event that would be significant and very local and very meaningful. And Ryan said, wow, I want the same thing. And it was like two open hearts coming together. And when two open hearts come together, miracles happen. And all these organizations have just come together to make this event happen. And it just, it feels, as you probably can sense, a very community-focused cultural celebration that brings the old with the new and brings together so many people. I think the lesson I've learned over all this is the power of networking, the power of personal relationships. And I think that's really what's happening here. So it really feels good. I really feel this in my heart.
My name is Lindsay. I am here with Aloha Hawaii Onipa'a. Today, November 22nd, this is the anniversary of President Bill Clinton signing the apology to the Native Hawaiians. This is just bringing this to light because this is the U.S. acknowledging that what the overthrow was wrong. Waimanalo is like family. You come here, it doesn't matter where you come from. We are one when you come to Waimanalo. That's how I feel.
Aloha mai kākou. We'd like to welcome everyone to our 4th annual Waimanalo Makahiki. And I'm Roy Brooks Kahu. We are one of the team, part of a team of members from our community that plan this event annually. Standing with me here today are people from our community. On my far left is our Kahu Paul Akau of the Kupuna Church here in Waimanalo, and who has graciously supported this program since its inception 4 years ago. And we also have Pomai here, who is a new addition to our program, to the Makahiki. This year in our Makahiki, we're trying to encourage Olelo Hawaii, so more of our language being shared with the people who come and share in the Makahiki. So Pomai is the first of what we hope will be many more of our young people that can come and share Olelo Hawaii with the people who come and join Makahiki. So today it's just a little conversation, a little talk story, a little kuka kuka with our Uncle Paul and then Pomai. And so Pomai will Olelo and Vala'au with you today in our Hawaiian language, which is what she does today here in the Makahiki. And so I'd like to kind of turn the mic over to Uncle Paul for a little bit, and then we'll let Pomai kind of close it all up and bring it to closure. So with that, please, Uncle Paul Akau of Kupuna Church and our Waimanalo community.
Aloha na o iwi o Hawaii, aloha mai. Welcome to our Makahiki here at Waimanalo, Hawaii. And I'm so privileged, Uncle Roy, to be here with you and Pomai, only because it's a continuation of our traditions of our kupuna, and also the aloha of our akua, who has blessed us with this opportunity together this day. So as we gather here in the beautiful fields of Bellows and our beautiful Waimanalo, we have that opportunity of not only working together with many community members and ohana, but also organizations that come from near and far who have come to support these traditions to continue not only our Olelo Hawaii, our language, but also the ike, the knowledge that our kupuna has passed down through the generations. Growing up in Waimanalo did not afford me the opportunity of speaking Olelo Hawaii, my parents being 3/4 Hawaiian and being raised by their kupuna, passed on their knowledge through a Western way, which kind of lost part of that ike, part of that foundation that our kupuna had. But as we return back to our traditions, we bring back the knowledge of our kupuna. And that's why having Pomai with her Olelo Hawaii being not only being raised in the language, but also raising up that language with us, we learn more, we understand more. You know, I share with you this one story that was here in Waimanalo. We have it's kind of funny. It's a stream called Kahawai. So it's the Kahawai. And one day, some people came in to restore the Kahawai with a lot of native plants. And when they restored the native plants into that Kahawai, the native birds returned. And it was such a wonderful sight because the same thing reminds me that as our people are planted back into the Aina, the wisdom, the knowledge of our kupuna shall return to us, that we can persevere and prosper and move on. And so with that, I pass it over to Pomai to share in Olelo Hawaii some of the knowledge that she has gained and understood and share with you now. So Pomai, mahalo nui.
Aloha mai kako o Pomai ka ika eo ka uinoa. No Waimanalo mai au, he mea ko'i kia la no lono i ka makahiki e ho'ola iaia no ki ia makahiki. He mea nui ia mako na po'e Hawaii I ka mako a kua na e kua e ha o ku kana loa me lono. O lono ke a kua I ho'o ulu I ka aina, e ho'o hana ai ka mea aina mako apo ma'anei no ka ulu anui na kumula au a pela aku. He mea nui kia la makahiki no ka mea ale loa a kia mo mea ma kia au. So he mea ko'i a waiwai ke hiki ke ike ka mako po'e Hawaii e hana I na mea pa'ani Hawaii a ke olelo ka olelo no e au a pela aku na mea like ole hiki ia mako a pau ke hana a hiki ka mako keiki ke ulu I kia ano I ini a ke ia mo hana Hawaii. So I ko'u mana'o e ola mau ka olelo Hawaii I na kamali'i, na mo'opuna, na hiki mai ana I kia au e hiki mako e na po'e Hawaii e ulu me ka ikaika a kupo no mako a kulia I ka nu'u. So ke lawale no, mahalo.
Mahalo nui.
Makai. And this is what Makahiki really is all about in our community of Waimanalo. As we begin to grow and as we begin to develop, it is left in the hands of our opio, who are the future of our culture and the future of our community. And clearly, as Pomai has stated here today, this is where we all need to be. If we are here in Hawaii, then we need to support our culture, our language, and above all, our people. We thank everyone for joining us this day. Mahalo, Pomai.
Mahalo ya oko.
Mahalo nui. Aloha ahui ho malama pono.
Before I start off and vala a little bit, I would like to introduce all of our dignitaries. I would like to start off with Aimoku Kalahiki, who is present right in front of me, surrounded by the Nakoa Palehua. I'd like to acknowledge our kahus up front, cultural practitioner Shad Kani, along with Kahu Kalama coming on, Kahu Sam Gon, and our proud Lono Hanakama. Aloha gang. Also protected by the Nakoa Palehua. On my right side, I'd like to recognize the Royal Order of Kamehameha I. Seated next to them, we have Commanding Officer of Marine Corps Base, Hawaii, Colonel Brian Anakariko. We have the proud presence of his family, wife Carla, and the Keikis Grace and Dominic, who I think will be participating in our games later. I'd like to also recognize Major Tony Cambron of Bellows Air Force Station. And of course, behind me, Senator Laura Thielen. I'd like to also recognize the Habilitat film crew who is here today filming. So everybody be on your, make sure you guys all proper hygiene and hairbrush and no more makapia. But as we continue on, and forgive me if I've missed anyone, oh, by all means, our kapuna on the left. Kapuna. And all of everybody else, especially our OPO, yeah? Which is why we're here today, for our youth to participate in these games. Awesome, awesome. Aloha, everybody. Myself, gang, I'm Pelike Ken, a Maynard Koa of the Hawaiian Civic Club of Waimanalo. We're the proud sponsors of this event. We're blessed when we first started off with Kahu Ryan Kalama and Kahu Roy Brooks. So today, because of the passing of Kahu Ryan Kalama, we dedicate this event to them today, to brother. I have in my presence Kahu Susie, who was Ryan Kalama's right-hand woman. I was going to say man, but right-hand wahine. Also, one of his directors of the Kailua Hawaiian Civic Club, Eric Kane. Eric, where are you? Right behind you. Oh my goodness, my maka is blind, 10-4. And then I'd also like to recognize Kahu Paula Kau of the Waimanalo community, especially of our kupunas. So before we start off, we're going to do pule. We'll do a short vala'au of Ryan Kalama. So without further ado, Kahu Paul.
Aloha, everybody. Mahalo nui. As we pule, we appreciate the declaration of peace. So, e pule kako. E ke akua mana loa, o oe komako makua, o oe komako ola, o oe io. Our great and awesome God, you are our Father, you are our life, our salvation, and you are the creator of all things. Mahalo e ke akua for the declaration of peace and acceptance of the ho'okupu today, as the people have come before the lono and has left their declaration not only of peace, but of mahalo, not only to you, but as an offering in the traditions of our kupuna, the traditions that build strength in our people, the health and the well-being, the traditions of this Makahiki that builds relationships among our people throughout the nation of Hawaii, the building of an understanding and appreciation and respect for Akua, Aina, and Kai. So e ke Akua, mahalo nui for our Ahahui, or Royal Order of Kamehameha, our Hawaiian Civic Club of Waimanalo, our Bellows Air Force and Marine Corps Air Station, the city and county of Honolulu, our Limahana, our Kanaka Hawaii, and especially our kupuna. Lord, you have not only blessed us with this opportunity, with the sun, with the la that rises and shines for us this morning, but you have also given us an opportunity to work together, to build together, to love and appreciate, just like as Kahu Ryan would have loved and appreciated the people here and everywhere that he went. His aloha and love continues today. And so, Lord, today we ask for you to e hopo mai kai, ke ia la, so bless this day. E hopo mai kai na mea hana, all those who shall work today. E hopo mai kai na mea paani, that you shall bless all the games. Amen na mea ai, and the food. Amen na ohana, and the families. As we gather together to lokahi, to unify together Me ke aloha with love. Me ka maluhia with peace. And Lord, with most of all, appreciation. So Ike Okoa e, we were going to ask you to not only help to protect and guide and lead, but also continue to prosper your people as we build our nation united in you. So as we've gathered here this day, Ike Okoa, mahalo nui, bless our leadership, bless all who have gathered this day. And we thank you, we praise and honor you. Maka inoa ka haku, Yesu Christo. We all pray and we all say, Amen. Mahalo nui.
Aloha no. I would like to bring remembrance to the aspect of Makahiki to assess the health of our people, the health of our aina, the health of our youth and their readiness for anything that may come up. In this day, the fight for the aina is different than before. It's not governed by the heart. We are the people of the heart. I give great thanks for my time spent with Kahu Ryan Kalama to be able to malama for his health in the last days and to confirm his dedication no matter how sick, unhealthy, he stood up and nobody would know the degree of his suffering. He truly is one of the greatest Renaissance men of our time. And I would like to do our simple ehomai as he would say, not as a asking, but a demand for our ike to rise into our awareness that we may face everything we need to face with peace, love, great strength and fortitude, and the creativity we have as Kanaka Maoli to flow like the water, not be stopped by obstacles, and always meet our destination. Ho mai ke ike mai luna mai o na mea huna noea o na mele ho mai ho mai ho mai ke ike mai luna mai o na mea huna noea o na mele ho mai ho mai ho mai ke ike mai luna mai o na mea huna noea o na mele ho mai ho mai ho mai mahalo ke akua, mahalo mother, father, creator, and our future generations. Aloha no.
Awesome, Eric. Much mahalo. Thank you so much in honor of Ryan. Kahu Susie, your turn.
I get the hard part. How do you make a life that has been this big into a few words? With respect to Lono and honor to the royals, I am Kahu Susie, Bishop of Gathering Place of God Ministries. Kahu Ryan was my senior pastor and still is. Yvonne Kaihua has also taken the walk home as my second pastor. And wherever Kahu Roy is, you can't go anywhere. He's my third pastor. On behalf of the family and the sons of Kahu Ryan, Tony, Stephen, who are in Vegas and couldn't be here, and also on behalf of Richard, we thank everyone for dedication for this day to Ryan. Ryan had a different philosophy from others. We used to like to tell everyone, You have a papaya, and you hold the papaya in the center of your hand. Everyone looks at that papaya. Everyone is in a different position. It's the same papaya, but everyone sees it from a different perspective. There is no right and there is no wrong. It's still the same papaya. So he would always ask that you would come together and agree to disagree on any problems. And just remember, it's still the same papaya. You just see it from a different perspective. The other thing that we used to always say in the ministry is, we want you to go forth and to become a part of Gathering Place of God ministry. We would say, open up your door, look to the right, look to the left, now step forward. What do you see that you can fix or you can help? And go forth into the community and do it. Don't wait for someone else. It's your job, if you see it, to fix it. And so we ask that you continue doing this on behalf of Ryan and others. So Lord, I just thank you, Lord, for everyone that's here. I thank you for the blessings you've given us. On behalf of Kahu, Ryan, Elena, Kamana, Kuhio, Poi Poi, Kalama, thank you for being my brother. Thank you for the family that you've given me, and thank you for being in the ministry since 2007. We just ask for a moment of peace for those who have passed.
My name is Shad Khani, and I'm assisting this year in the Makahiki Games at the Bellows Waimanalo Makahiki. And over my shoulder is an example of the Makaihe or O'oihe, or spear throwing. The island of Oahu, the weapon of choice was actually the o'o. So on the island of Oahu, it was the two-sided spear with the sharpened two sides. So we refer to spear throwing with respect to this makahiki as a makaihe or o'oihe. The idea behind this particular game is each competitor is given two opportunities to throw a spear at a banana stump. If they should be successful on the two throws, they'll have an opportunity on a third or fourth, or as long as they keep scoring, they'll have an opportunity to keep attempting to score on the banana stump. It's the different types of games, the different geographical regions, different games were played at the Makahikis. And there's several olis or several chants where we use as a resource. One particular resource is the Mele Inoa for Kuali'i. On that Mele Inoa, they explain the different types of games at the different geographical regions. On the island of Oahu, Waimanalo, most of the games that were played here were ocean games. But it's in coordinating a makahiki at a place such as this, it's much easier with games such as the more common games such as ulumaika and mopai and spear throwing. Traditionally, the games here were surfing, fishing, running, racing, and those basic kind of sports. We're not sure if they actually played ulumaika, mopai, or spear throwing here, but it's a more common game that's enjoyed by people today. So anyway, this is an example of the makaihe or o'oihe or spear throwing makahiki event.
So we can.
This game over my shoulder is the moa pahe'e. The moa pahe'e is it's actually made, it's a wooden dart that the idea behind this game from a predetermined line or distance from two stakes, distances about 8 to 10 inches apart. The idea is here we have two opportunities, two attempts, two opportunities to toss the moapehe or the wooden dart between the two stakes. Should you succeed in scoring twice, you'll have a third and fourth opportunity until you miss. So your final score would be the best of a number of chances that you would have. This particular game, as a matter of fact, most makahiki games are based on different fighting strategies. This particular game was a fighting strategy used by women. So in ancient Hawaii, women and children fought side by side with their husbands. And this particular game grew out of a strategy to distract enemies approaching her husband, or provide a means to notify her husband of an enemy approaching from a blind side. So and actually we're not exactly sure what it actually looked like. We're just basically making the assumption that it made it into a shape of a dart. They may have used a number of different objects that was available in the bush. It might have been a branch, it might have been a stone. But what they would do is that they would toss whatever was available at the time when her husband was in a fight with someone. They would take whatever they could find and use it as a means of distraction. So this particular game grew out of that. So the idea was, it's in the shape of a fish. So when you toss it through a grassland, it's supposed to kind of swim like a fish and cause the grass to kind of be disturbed. So this game grew out of that. And basically, again, it's the moa pahe'e. Individual is given 2 opportunities to toss the wooden dart between 2 stakes. This particular game behind me is the ulu maika. The ulu maika is a stone disc that is used. The competitor from a predetermined distance would roll it and try to get it between 2 stakes, approximately 8 to 10 inches apart. And the idea is simply from a distance of 20, 30 feet. Today we're using 25 feet to basically get the stone disc to go between the 2 stakes. This particular game was also another fighting strategy. So anciently, what they used to do, depending on the geography of an advancing army, if an advancing army was approaching a shoreline that was adjacent to mountains or cliffs, the people that's being invaded, the people that's being invaded would roll boulders down on advancing army. So this game grew out of that. And basically all they did was to make it more interesting. They took river rocks, shaped it into a wheel or a disc, and used it in an effort of putting together a game where people could enjoy. Basically, again, the ulu maika is rolling a stone disc at a predetermined distance between 2 wooden stakes. The game that you're viewing over my shoulder is called it goes by several different names, either the hakamoa or hakakamoa. It replicates the chicken fight. In ancient Hawaii, we had chicken fights, but there were no gaffs that were used. So it was when one chicken fell or one chicken got away. So in this particular game, it replicates a chicken fight. So what you have is 2 competitors enter in this case, a ring, a 10-foot diameter ring. And each competitor would take, if they're right-handed, with their left hand, they would grab their left foot, hold that position, and then grab each other's right hand. The idea behind this game is to either knock your competitor off balance or push him out of the ring. So the winner in this particular event, hakamoa, is the person that's still standing in the ring.
Okay, I'm Kahu Susie Mann. I'm the Bishop Administrator of Gathering Place of God Ministries. And today we're dedicating the Makahiki to my Hanai brother, Ryan Kalama. This is the 4th year of the Makahiki. It's bringing the past back into the future. We're bringing the ancestors to meet our keikis of today. And hopefully what they learned today, they'll be able to pass on. And Lono is going to be leading our procession, hopefully, and He's known for the fertility, providing our rain for our agriculture, for laughter and for music. And hopefully today we're going to have a lot of fun. And we'll be doing the puli a little bit later and starting the procession. And we just thank everyone who's able to participate and to make it a wonderful day.
It's the first time for all three of us at Makahiki and Waimanalo, but we are all members of Nava'alalani Kahuna Pu'ukohola, and we kokua with the protocols of Lono coming and setting up the lele and accepting ho'okupu. I was a student of Kumujan Keola Lake, and these lovely ladies, Mahelani Treaster and Wainani Texera, and myself, Mahelani Wong. We continue the practices that were taught by Kumu Lake. So you'll see us behind the kane, because we make them do all the work. And we're here to kako'o them and help celebrate Lono Makahiki in this wonderful area, beautiful day with all these keiki. And mahalo to Waimanalo for hosting this event for all of us.
Aloha e, my name is Kumu Ian Akahi Masterson. I teach at Hawaii Pacific University as well as Winter Community College and a bunch of other places around the island. We are here with the Island Surfing Sites class from Hawaii Pacific University to understand surfing better as a traditional Hawaiian cultural activity, part of the ritual athletics that is the Makahiki Festival. And so what's wonderful about the Hawaiian Civic Clubs and the Waimanalo community who've put this together is that it's a continuation and a powerful way to empower not only Hawaiians but all the people of Hawaii and people from all around the world to better understand Hawaiian culture and recognize the ritual athletics as part of Hawaiian culture.
Aloha, my name is Renee Kama, Waimanalo girl. I am the vice president of our Hawaiian Civic Club of Waimanalo. I love my community and of course I love my ohana.
Aloha, my name is Kaleo, also born and raised on the windward side. Moved into Waimanalo when I was a teenager, and I'm really loving it here. I was given the opportunity to move away and live elsewhere, and it's nothing like home and being here in Waimanalo. I've been to the Makahiki about 3 years now, and I enjoy just meeting many other people, not only of our own culture, but many outside. But I'm really happy to be here today. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. I'm just proud and happy first. I just proud and happily, first of all, thank you for taking care of us, first of all, and being part of this ohana. You know what I mean? Giving this opportunity to do what we can, even if it's just for a moment or for future generation.
Yes.
And the plan, good thing it did start. That's the number one part. When you get one, it's like you say 1, 2, 3. Now we're gonna get many more shirts coming up. I mean, so that's what he's talking about. So if it did start, that's a good thing. And we get family that backs us up, like friends, families, many of us people, entertainers. So we're not most like here for ourselves, but for all these children. I mean, especially for the kupunas that pass, and children one day gonna be kupunas themselves. I mean, for the land most of all. We take a kua for the land, for the vai. I mean, for the me'ai, the food. If you look at all the signs, they tells us why we're doing this. I mean, for the kako, you know. I mean, the registration is just like a part of telling people who we are, who they are, letting them know that we care. And I just here for thanks.
Hi, my name is Destiny and I'm from Waimanalo, and why I love Waimanalo is that in this game this is like a traditional game, and in Waimanalo we can learn about our ancestors and our past.
Hola, aloha, I'm Hesio Gavi. Hesio, I live in Waimanalo, and the thing I like about Waimanalo is that all the Hawaiians get together and connect with each other.
There's a song that we learned from Waimanalo. And the Waimanalo students all know it. And I'll sing it. We are the world. We are the keiki. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, make a brighter day. Just you and me. And we learned that from Waimanalo Kekai.
Hello, I'm Uncle Kahu Ricky Bermudez. I'm sharing the Papakuyai experience with these young keikis here. And I'm real blessed to be here at the Makahiki and be able to share this experience. Today we brought a couple Papakuyai boards down. This is a mango board, a one-man board. He's sitting on a seat here and he's pounding some kalo here. And he's making some pa'iai, which we use for traveling. This will last a long time, very beneficial bacteria, it's good for you, very healthy food. Here on the side we have a tabletop, we call tabletop papa board. We have some different pohakus here, some river rock, some blue rock here. Well, we also make the boards and the stones. We share the experience and the lifestyle with the children, and it's all part of our cultural experience, and it's sharing, with everybody this experience, the culture.
Where are you from?
I'm from the Kailua Ahupua'a side, but I do teach in the Ko'olau Poko area, from Waimanalo all the way to Hakipu'u.
Aloha. My name is Roy Brooks, and I'm here today. We're standing in front of our annual Waimanalo Makahiki. And standing with me here today are two of our Waimanalo community members, and it's Brandon on one side and Solomon on the other. But today we're here to share something really special, because both of these men belong to and have been participating in our community-based high school diploma program. Now, these two gentlemen, along with over 50 other community members, have chosen to become part of this higher learning effort in our community. The program has been running now for about a year. It is part of an effort that has been put together by the Department of Education, Adult School, as well as in a partnership with Partners in Development Foundation and Napono no Na'ohana in the Waimanalo community at Blanche Pope Elementary. So Brandon here.
Aloha, my name is Brandon Bell. I'm 25 years old. Kind of hard life. I had got kicked out, moved out on the beach, stayed on the beach like 3 years ago. Dropped out of high school when I was like 18. Only needed 2 credits, and my life story, strong. But always gotta be strong inside, like how my grandpa and my papa told me. But my mom wanted me for get my GED, get a new life, and the program helping me and my brother Solomon right there. And made new friends, a lot of good teachers we get, and right now I stay. The hardest book was government and law, and our test we had 3 wrong out of 50 questions we had. It was hard. From taking step by step nowadays, it's wow. Okay, what I gonna do in the future? If I graduate from this class, which I want to graduate from this class, and all the teachers around by us, like Uncle Roy over here, he really taught us well. Stick together, come class every Tuesday and Thursday, be on time, do the task, do every activity that we have to do. But I really love my class, and this program that we're going through right now, it really helping us out, and I appreciate the Napono people for helping us out. Now we're growing up as adults, and we gotta wake up and take our next step and be ahead of everything and get a good future ahead of us.
Hi, my name is Randy Renoa, and I do a lot of this weaving. The weaving that I'm doing right now is for mahioles and for gourds. I weave around gourds. The maiolis are usually used by the li'i or warriors. They can use it in battle, or they used to use it in battle, or they used it in ceremonies. This is in this mahioli, this is made out of ie, and this is the original material that was used way back when. And this is a rootlet. This is a root, aerial root that you have to collect. And what you do is you dry the root, you take the bark off, you deburr the root, and then you split it, and then you make a helmet like this. Now, this is another helmet that I'm making, and this is made out of reed because we're finding it's harder to find the ie. These are gourds. This is a gourd that I cut in half, and it's I've also woven this with the reed around these gourds. This is a gourd also, and that's I've woven the reed around that gourd and around here also.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Michael. I'm from SoCal, LA area. Just came here as part of the UH group to help support the event, although I personally wasn't in the know about this kind of event before, so this is my first time being actually on the island and experiencing the local culture in this kind of environment. All I was helping was just teach the kids how to spin a nut, kind of like I guess a little dreidel, but that was kind of cool. All the kids enjoyed it. If they won, it was just a battle between the kids, and if they won, they get a little prize. So that was cool. I liked seeing the opening ceremony. That was pretty spectacular since I've never seen it before. And overall, it was a good environment. I kind of wish I could have participated in some of the sports, but you know, kind of had to help here. So it was all good, and I enjoyed it. Hopefully, come to another one, as long as I know of it. So.
Aloha mai kākou o Yokua Ko'inoa, o California mai au, he haumana au ma ke kula nui o Hawaii mama noa. Hi guys, my name is Josh. I'm from California, student at UH, and just here with some of my classmates. Just have games, like give back to the community, reading to the kids and whatnot. Here just to have an appreciation for Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian language. So yeah, I'm glad to be here and help out.
I think people call Waimanalo God's country because it really is God's country. If you look at it, it's beautiful. When you're here, the people over here are filled with aloha. It's a really nice place to be. I love it. I don't ever want to live anywhere else.
My name is Maynard Koa. Everybody calls me Beanie. I am the president of the Hawaiian Civic Club of Waimanalo. We sponsor this annual event, our Makahiki, in honor of our god, Hawaiian god Lono. I had the fortune of starting this off in my first capacity. This is our 4th year, so in the first 2 years, I came with my church, St. Matthew's, in Waimanalo, with the blessings of Kahu Ryan Kalama and also Roy Brooks, the founders of the Makahiki. My first year here, I got so blessed with the cultural side. Religion pumped up. I had the awesome privilege of crossing paths with Uncle Shad Kane, which brought in, along with Kahu Roy and Kahu Ryan, the cultural side. I got so enriched and I'm still here. Of course, my 3rd year, which was last year, getting involved with the Civic Club and becoming Pilekekena, we sponsored this event. So now it is more on, we used to do parties at my house, easy for set up one party. An event like this, challenging, but it's beautiful to learn this. Hopefully, our goal next year, with the blessings of being re-elected Pilekekena, is to take this over from Uncle Roy. He has so much on his plate. He's a blessing for the Waimanalo community. He is a member of Partners in Development. They have a huge presence here in Waimanalo. Many different programs, Napono at Blanche Pope. He also started off Hali'i Christmas, which we co-sponsor at Blanche Pope. And this year, after 7 years, they've expanded to maybe about 500 to 700 participants. Huge event, and the DOE and Blanche Pope is taking it over. So likewise with the Makahiki, it's our time for the Civic Club of Waimanalo to take this over and show leadership. You know, the Waimanalo community, as I've done more with the Civic Club, I've learned more about the programs that I didn't even know existed. Hui Malamo Okekai, that does a huge thing with the kids. Huge thing. Lani Eckhart, big kudos out to her and her gang. Our senior citizens. We have Napono at Blanche Pope. We have a lot of other programs, and forgive me for not mentioning them, but our Waimanalo Health Center. We get involved with our community. We try and malama our community, not with our Makahiki. We try to bring everybody together, especially the youth, yeah? As far as our culture goes, and I'm sure Uncle Shad, and I also have the presence, the blessing of presence of Brother Kalani from Aloha Care, which will both speak in a little while. If I know they go down mic, they might pull them away from me. But you know, crossing paths with these people and then working with everybody, seeing the different programs in Waimanalo. The bottom line is, we are here for our youth. We need to pass on all of this education, all of this knowledge to our youth. It's like our kapunas, yeah? They teach us, we pass on. When our kids come up to our generation, we become kapuna, so on and so forth down the line. Our Makahiki, I'd like to introduce cultural practitioner Shad Kane, and also mentor for me on the Hawaiian side. Every day, still learning process. So by all means, Uncle Shad.
Malo, Ekako. I belong to a number, real quick, little background. I belong to several different Hawaiian cultural organizations, the Kapolei Hawaiian Civic Club, the Royal Order of Kamehameha, and the Kapoaiva chapter, which is Eva in Waianae. I'm the Eva Moku representative on the Oahu Island Burial Council, and I'm also the cultural representative on the City Council's Clean Water Natural Lands Commission. But my involvement in Makahikis started with respect to Navy construction projects of Navy region. So that's Pearl Harbor, the closure of Barbers Point Naval Air Station, Waikele, and all naval property. So it grew out of that with respect to consultation, because at that time, and still do, represent the Oahu Council of Hawaiian Civic Clubs on Navy Region's Historic Preservation Partners. So the biggest challenge, and we're talking about the Makahiki, and it came as it grew out of attempts, 12 years ago, of assisting the Navy in defining the cultural landscape of a military base. What makes that challenging is that you don't see anything Hawaiian. For example, Pearl Harbor, and those years when we were working with them back in, and those are really great discussions, and we still have them right now. And it's a really great relationship between the Civic Clubs and Navy Region Hawaii. So it's and it's come to where today, us standing all here at Hikomefa at the Bellows. So it grew out of this. So that's what I'm trying to really share right now. But it came out of discussions defining a traditional cultural landscape of a military base. Because at a military base, for example, Pearl Harbor, much of that had been buried, but the cultural landscape is still there beneath the fill. So in response, it became an issue of identifying a Hawaiian cultural ceremony that maybe could help establish a good relationship between Department of Defense, the military, and local families. So it was, the Makahiki was actually suggested by Kumuhula John Kaimikawa, So John Kimikawa was our protocol person with respect to the cultural functions that I participated in. And Kumu John was the one that suggested that the best cultural function that the Department of Defense and the Navy at that time could consider access for was the Makahiki. So he grew out of that. Real quickly, let me just say that the Makahiki is an ancient Hawaiian celebration dedicated to Lono, the deified guardian of agriculture. Because Lono is considered the spiritual life force behind agricultural efforts, games are played during the 4 months of the Lono season from October to January to test a healthy population. But it's also understanding the significance of food in Hawaiian culture. And foods served as the kinulau or physical manifestation of the different gods. So when you partake of the different foods, you become more like them. So it played, so food, set aside in warfare, couples were set on no fighting during the 4 months of the Makali'i between October and January. The Makahiki season started with the simultaneous rising of the Makali'i, or the Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters in the east, and the simultaneous setting of the sun in the west. So it's these stars passing overhead in the night sky during these 4 months. But the Makahiki best exemplifies that cultural function that anciently had been put together to facilitate a better relationship between chiefs and people. Today, the Makahiki serves the same purpose, to facilitate a better relationship, not just between us and the Department of Defense, because there's a large military presence, but to establish a nice working relationship between all of us as Native Hawaiians.
Thank you, Uncle Shad. You know, before I introduce Kalani, at least I like to add on to Uncle Shad. You know, every day we learn something new. Yeah, 52 years old, I'm still learning. That's so awesome what he mentioned about the relationship with the DOD. Being here at Bellows, and I had mentioned earlier about Kahu Ryan Kalama. He was a liaison between Bellows and our community. I have the privilege to serve with him also on the Waimanalo Neighborhood Board. And he was so tied into teaching them about the Hawaiian culture. Uncle Shad, correct me if I'm wrong, we built an EV in the back to honor our culture. So at the ending of our event, all of the whole kupu that we take back to our EV. Something I like to mention real fast was that the first 2 years that I came here, in fact, the last 3 years, I represented Lono. How proud, gang, how unreal it was to learn about that. And Uncle Shad mentored me, still is, as far as that protocol that about Lono. But Uncle Ryan, when we went back there and we took our whole kupa to the EV, chicken skin, bro, unreal. You feel like your ancestors there. And it's just, you know, I just wanted to add on to that. Even in Waimanalo, we have a few challenges with the bellows and the training, but always get on compromise. Gotta work together. Gotta malama, gotta be pono. So with that being said, Brother Kalani from Aloha Kea. I'm sorry. Kalamai.
Aloha pumihana kako, mai ka pokupuni o ke ave a hiki loa I ni ihau. Aloha. Aole no wau no Aloha Care, o wau no hoi ke ia o Kalani Kulaloia, he kumu o laloha wa ia o ma ke kulanui ka iolu o ko'olau o ia hoi WCC, o ia ole Windward Community College, o ia kalo ihi o ka inoa. Noi ia me ne wau e anakala Roy e hele mai I nei, I mea e ho'opili ai ke ia mea o ka ole aloha wa I ke ia hanana nei, no ka mea he mea Hawaii ke ia, I nā ale loa ka olelo Hawaii a ale piha na mea a pau I nā mea Hawaii. Wa nele I ka ole o ka olelo Hawaii. Ano lila I noi ia me nei wau e hele mai. Ano kukulu ho'omaka paha I ke la pilina mawaina o ka po'e olelo Hawaii o Waimanalo nei. me ko ke ia hana nani. He mea hoʻahau oli ke ia noʻu. He mea ia e haʻaheo ai. No ka mea o kākou, ka hapanu i o kākou ma neʻi nei ma Waimanalo nei he pui o Hawaiʻi. O wau, no ka ʻaina hoʻopulapula o Waimanalo, ua hele wau i ke kula o Pope a leila i Waimanalo. A leila ma hope o kēlā ua puka wau mai ke kula o Kailua. Ma hope o kēlā hele wau i ke kula nui Kaiolo o Koʻolau. A ma leila wau e hana nei i ke ia manawa. No leila, he leo paipai ke ia o kou, e ka poʻe o Lelo Hawaiʻi hele mai ke ia ano hanana, ke ia ano papahana. Ka koʻo ai, aloheʻi ai ko kākou o Lelo, ko kākou leo Hawaiʻi. I mea noho i e ka koʻo ai i nā mea Hawaiʻi pauloa o ke ia ʻaina nei. Aloha.
I understood every word, you know. Not. So beautiful. Thank you, Kalani. One of my future challenges will be to Olelo Hawaiian. So beautiful. You know, to wrap it up, I'd like to thank Uncle Shad, and just, you know, being around him is an unreal aura. I have so much more to learn. Our next project is making our lono for Ahupua'a. Brother Kalani, I always get energized when I hear this Olelo. Such a blessing. When I hear kids, Opio, and I heard it this morning, Vala'o Hawaiian with their mom, that is what we got to continue, yeah? Not only our culture and teaching them everything, but it's so unreal to hear them speak Hawaiian. It's coming back. Our future is bright. There's a lot more to gain, a lot more to learn, a lot more to teach. And with that being said, I'd like to thank Habilitat, its film crew, for offering us this Olelo, am I correct? Or this Vala'o? So with that said, I'd like to ask Brother Kalani, maybe give us a closing prayer and we end this on a beautiful note.
Uhiki. Ho'omalu ho kākou. Au hea oi kia kua manalo, mahalo piha ia oi, nā pumaika ia paulo, au I haʻau mea ia mākou I ke ia la. O oi pu me mākou I ka mākou mauhana apau, a kau kekeha I ko uluna, a hoi ako mākou I kau hale. O oi pu me mākou, ninini mai ko uhane he molele, I pumaika I nā hana nā apau a mākou I hana ai. No ka mea, o māpopo ia mākou nau no mākou I hana, o oi no ka mea māpopo, ka mea pono no mākou. No lila he leo mahalo, he leo aloha ke ia oi ke akua, a hapa ia ke ia leo pule, maka ino a kau ke hiva hiva o Yesu Kristo. Amene.
Amen. Mahalo in honor of Kahu Ryan Kalama from the Waimanalo community. Hope to see everybody at the 2014 5th annual Makahiki. Aloha.